The one-person, one-vote electoral system is often regarded as a symbol of democracy, but it does not inherently guarantee true democracy. While this system formally grants each individual an equal right to vote, in practice, it can be distorted by various factors, leading to election outcomes that may not genuinely reflect the will of the people and may even deviate from the original intent of democracy. Below are several aspects that illustrate the limitations of the one-person, one-vote electoral system. 1. Emotional voting and the rise of populism. The one-person, one-vote electoral system is susceptible to the influence of voters' emotions, particularly on sensitive issues such as race, religion, and culture. Politicians often exploit these issues to incite emotional reactions, create divisions, and secure votes. This emotional voting can lead to the rise of populist politicians who gain power through simplistic slogans and inflammatory rhetoric, but lack the ability or willingness to address real problems. For example, some politicians consolidate their support base by stirring racial or religious conflicts, ultimately resulting in social division rather than unity. 2. Media manipulation and information asymmetry. In modern elections, the media plays a crucial role. However, the media is not always neutral and objective. In some cases, the media may be controlled by a few interest groups, influencing voters' choices through selective reporting, exaggeration, or distortion of facts. Ordinary voters often rely on the media for information, and if the media is manipulated, voters can easily be misled into making irrational voting decisions. This information asymmetry means that election outcomes may not reflect the true will of the people but rather a pseudo-public opinion shaped by media manipulation. 3. The erosion of money in politics. While the one-person, one-vote system ostensibly grants everyone an equal right to vote, in reality, the electoral process is often dominated by money. Election campaigns require massive funding, and candidates must rely on donations from large corporations, wealthy individuals, or special interest groups. These donors often expect returns once the candidates are elected, leading to policies that favor the interests of a few wealthy individuals rather than serving the welfare of the general public. The erosion of money in politics turns the electoral system into a game for the rich, marginalizing the voices of ordinary voters. 4. Flaws in electoral system design. The one-person, one-vote electoral system may have inherent design flaws, such as the winner-takes-all rule. Under this rule, the candidate with the most votes wins all the seats, while the supporters of other candidates are completely ignored. This system can suppress the voices of minorities and even lead to minority rule, where a party winning the majority of seats may have only received a minority of the popular vote, but still gains complete control of the government. This outcome clearly contradicts the principles of democracy. 5. Short-term policies versus long-term interests. The one-person, one-vote electoral system often incentivizes politicians to focus on short-term gains rather than the long-term development of the country. To win elections, politicians may propose policies that are popular in the short term but harmful in the long run, such as excessive borrowing, cuts to public services, or neglect of environmental protection. Such short-sighted behavior can lead to long-term economic or social crises, undermining the fundamental interests of the people. 6. Insufficient voter education. The effective functioning of a democratic system relies on voters having sufficient political literacy and judgment. However, in reality, many voters lack an understanding of complex political issues and are easily swayed by simplistic slogans or misinformation. If voters cannot rationally evaluate candidates' policy proposals and governance capabilities, the one-person, one-vote electoral system may devolve into tyranny of the majority, resulting in the election of unqualified politicians. Conclusion. While the one-person, one-vote electoral system embodies equality in form, its effectiveness is constrained by various factors. Emotional voting, media manipulation, money in politics, flaws in system design, short-term policies, and insufficient voter education can all lead to election outcomes that deviate from the true spirit of democracy. Therefore, true democracy relies not only on the form of one-person, one-vote, but also on the establishment of robust institutional safeguards to ensure fairness, transparency, and rationality in the electoral process. Only then can the electoral system truly serve the interests of the people rather than becoming a tool for manipulation by a few. The core of democracy lies in public participation and the checks and balances of power, not merely in the form of voting. We need to reflect on and improve the existing electoral system to better align it with the essence of democracy and truly realize the ideal of government of the people, by the people, for the people.